Animals, feet and legs. Science Standards. K, 7, 1.5, 1.7, 2.7, 3.4, L, S, 7. Click to continue.
Today, our weekly reader regarding animal differences. Oops, got my paintbrush backwards. Our weekly reader in the Animal Differences series is on feet and legs. Science WR for weekly reader. On the back, it will give us a hint about what's inside. It says, weekly reader, focus on reading. Did you know? Monkeys use their feet to grip tree branches. Kangaroos, rabbits, and frogs all hop on their powerful back legs. Learn more inside. Here's our barcode. And for teachers, this says guided reading level J, running word count 751. All right, here's a title page. Once again, it says Weekly Reader, Animal Differences, Feet and Legs by Jonathan A. Brown. Table of Contents. Introduction, page 4. Chapter 1. Running and walking, page 6. Chapter 2. Swing, swim, hop, or climb, page 11. Chapter 3. Gripping and digging, page 15. Chapter 4. Catch, hold, or fight, page 19. What did you learn? Page 22. Glossary, page 23. Index, page 24. Cover and title page. Guess what the blue-footed booby is famous for? If you guessed its bright blue feet, you're right. So in our picture here, which is the same picture that was on the cover and the title page, these bright blue feet belong to a bird called the blue-footed booby.
Click to continue.
Introduction. Animal legs come in many shapes and sizes. Deer have long legs to help them run fast. Cats have strong back legs so they can spring on their prey. Moles have short, strong front legs for digging. This deer might be using its legs to save its life. Deer are known for running and jumping quickly away from things that are trying to eat them, like wolves or coyotes or even hunters. Monkeys use their feet to hold tight to tree branches. Horses have hooves for running on hard ground. Hawks use claws to catch and hold small animals. Each of these animals has special legs and feet. They have the legs and feet they need to stay alive or survive. So we've had two bold words on these 2 pages. Prey over here and survive over here. So prey is an animal that is being hunted, and survive means to stay alive. This hawk uses its strong claws to hold a fish it caught. What might it do with the fish? What do you think this hawk is going to do with that fish now that it caught it with its strong claws? Think it's going to take it to a party? Nope. It's going to go eat it.
Click to continue.
Okay, so I have an animal here to help demonstrate some specialty feet and legs. It's a dove. Okay, and one of the things I want to show you, if you can see it grabbing onto my finger right there, it's got good claws, similar to the hawk in the book, where it can grab onto things. Now, they don't hunt with their back claws, so their back claws aren't as strong as a hawk's, but they do have long curved toes and talons, which I'll bring closer for you to look at, that can grip, oh, hold still, buddy, that can grip around the outside. You gonna grab onto my feet? No, he just wants to get away. But they can grip around the outside of a branch or perch or some other, like a finger. And that way they can hold on to tree branches and not fall off, because they don't typically stand on flat ground. They're most of the time up in the trees and have to grab onto tree branches. Another thing about the feet, oh, there we go right there. Another thing is, look at this wing. This wing is essentially a specialized leg. Okay? So, a lot of people think of the front legs of an animal as their arm. So if you wanted to call this the front leg or the front arm of it, that you would see what looks like little finger bones or little toe bones in its wing if we had a skeleton. And then the feathers are like are separate. It's almost like what hair would be to people that help catch the air, but their front legs are actually specialized to help it to fly. So in addition to the back legs and feet, which help it grab on to a perch, it's got the specialized front legs that help it fly. So I'm going to put this guy back. He's not happy. He's losing feathers. Okay? All right, thank you.
Click to continue.
Chapter 1. Running and walking. Big cats such as tigers and jaguars eat other animals. These cats are predators. Strong legs are important to these cats. They need to run fast to catch their prey. Most cats use their hind legs to leap onto their prey when they reach it. So here's the caption for this picture. Let's read it. Strong back legs help this tiger take big leaps. Both deer and antelope are prey animals. Remember, prey was a bold word on an earlier page. Predators like big cats and wolves chase them. Deer and antelope have long legs so they can leap and run. Long legs help many prey animals run from danger. Look at this picture. This antelope uses its long legs to run from animals that want to hurt it. Almost looks like it's flying.
Click to continue.
Flamingos wade in salty lakes to find shrimp to eat. Their long, thin legs let them move easily through the water. Flamingos have longer legs than most birds that wade. This lets them wade in deeper water. Here's a picture. These wading flamingos get their pink color from the shrimp and other food they eat. Well, that's kind of nifty. So they wade in deep water where they can get shrimp. And that's what their legs help them to do, to wade in the deep water where the shrimp is at. And then they eat so much shrimp, and shrimp have a pink looking shell with a pink coloring to it, and that the shrimp turns their feathers pink. Camels have big, wide feet. They can walk on soft desert sand without sinking down. Snow leopards have big feet too. They have lots of fur between their toes. Furry feet keep the snow leopard from sinking into deep snow. Well, we don't see any snow leopards right now. Right now we just see these camels here. Let's see what the caption says about the camels. Camels have big, wide feet to keep them from sinking into the desert sand as they walk.
Click to continue.
An animal's feet can help it stay warm and cool as it walks. The Canadian lynx has very furry feet. This fur keeps its feet warm and dry as it walks in the snow. A dog's feet help it stay cool. Dogs sweat through their feet to cool off. Well, this isn't a dog, so this must be the Canadian lynx they were talking about. So let's read the caption. The Canadian lynx lives where the winters are long and snowy. This lynx has lots of fur on its feet to keep them warm. Chapter 2. Swing, swim, hop, or climb. The white-cheeked gibbon is a kind of monkey. It spends most of its time in trees. This gibbon's legs and feet look like long arms with fingers. Gibbons can use their feet like hooks as they swing from branch to branch. So here's the gibbon that we're talking about. You can see that it almost looks like it's right here. It looks like long arms and fingers. It's harder to see on these hind feet, but they've got hand-like paws as well. This gibbon's feet look like hooks. They let the animal hang from branches with its front feet or its back feet. So here's its front feet and here's its back feet.
Click to continue.
Beavers, frogs, and ducks spend lots of time in the water. These good swimmers have webbed feet. They use their feet to paddle in the water. Their webbed feet also keep these animals from sinking down into soft mud. A duck uses its wide, webbed feet to swim across the water. So here's the duck. It's in the water, and you can see underneath the surface of the water its feet. Wide and webbed helps it paddle across. Kangaroos do not run. They use their strong back legs to hop. Rabbits and frogs also hop on their back legs. They hop as fast as some animals run on all four legs. Wow, they can hop as fast as other animals can run. Wow. So here's the kangaroo mid-hop. The kangaroo uses large, strong back legs for hopping. Look at the size of these back legs compared to its front legs. They're like 5 times as large as these front legs. At least. And look disproportional to the rest of its body. I mean, if you looked at just the front of the body, would you expect legs that huge? Huge back legs.
Click to continue.
Tree frogs live in trees. Sticky pads on the bottom of a tree frog's toes let it hold onto twigs and leaves. Animals like raccoons spend most of their lives in trees too. But they do not have sticky feet. They have strong claws to help them climb. So here's a frog. Sticky pads help a tree frog hold onto a leaf with its toes. So you see these toes? The toes are wide, so they can grab as much of the surface as they can. A bunch of wide, sticky toes.
Click to continue.
Chapter 3, Gripping and Digging. Opossums are good climbers because their feet work like hands. Their back feet have 4 toes that look like fingers. They have 1 toe that looks like a thumb. These special feet help the opossum hold onto tree branches and vines. This possum uses its feet to hold tight onto a tree branch. Now, possum's a funny word because a lot of people don't really say the first O. They just say possum, starting with the P. All right? But really, there's an O there, but some people say it so quickly you can barely hear it, like opossum, opossum, opossum. Some people will stress the O and say opossum, opossum. But most people just say the O real quickly, so you can barely hear it, and some people skip it entirely. So you might hear people say opossum, opossum, or possum. And that's got an S there, so that's for possums. And you can see its feet right there.
Click to continue.
All 4 feet of the koala are shaped like hands. Each front foot has 3 fingers and 2 thumbs. This gives the koala a tight hold. So here's a koala. It's not actually a bear, even though people call them koala bears a lot, because they look kind of like a teddy bear. But here's a koala. This koala has wrapped all 4 feet around a branch. Now it's time for a nap. The Gila monster, and what you'll notice right here, I'm going to stop for a second. It starts with the G, but you don't say Gila, you don't say Gila, you say Gila. And the reason is because this word, Gila, comes out of a different language, probably Spanish. And I know in Spanish, you pronounce the G's like an H. Gila. Okay? The Gila monster. And we got this little pronunciation guide right here. Gila. Gila. So, the Gila monster lives in the desert. It burrows or digs. So that describes our bold word right here. Burrows means digs. It burrows or digs into the cool ground to get away from the desert sun. This lizard has strong front legs with long claws. These mighty legs and claws are good for digging. Look at that big ugly thing. All right, I might be a little judgmental here. A lot of people might think it's beautiful. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, all right? But anyways, no matter what you think of how it looks, the Gila monster uses its sharp claws and strong front legs to dig. So you got this muscly arm right here, muscly leg I should say, and look at these widespread long claws that it uses for digging.
Click to continue.
Moles have short front legs with long claws. The long claws help moles dig tunnels under the ground. Moles use their back legs to push themselves along as they dig. The mole's long claws and strong front legs help it dig a deep tunnel. It can stay safe and warm in its tunnel. So there's the face of the mole, and look at the size of this front paws and claws compared to its face. Its front paws, or what you might think of as its hands, are like as big or bigger than its face, because they need to be able to dig a hole big enough They need to be able to dig a hole big enough for it to fit its head through. Chapter 4. Catch, hold, or fight. And that's actually an exclamation point, so I should say it with expression. Catch, hold, or fight! Mountain lions and most other cats have sharp claws to catch and hold prey. The claws slide back into their paws when they are not being used. This helps the cat's claws stay sharp. These kinds of claws are called retractable. Well, that's a big word right there. Retractable. Okay. So pretend this red tip is my claw. The claw can come out, like it would actually be where my fingernail is, on the top of my finger. But the long claw can come out when it needs to catch something or scratch something. And then it goes back in when it's done, so that way it stays sharp. Otherwise, if it was out all the time and it was walking on the ground all the time with its claws out all the time, its claws would wear down and not be sharp. So they retract when they're not using them to catch something or climb a tree or whatever, so they don't wear down. Now let's look at the photo. This lion has caught a zebra in its claws. The big cat holds on tightly as the zebra tries to get away. So right now its claws are into the skin of the zebra so it doesn't fall off. I feel bad for the zebra, but that's the circle of life.
Click to continue.
Some animals use their feet for fighting. Ostriches have big feet with heavy claws. They use them to scratch and kick their enemies. Horses and zebras have hard hooves. A kick from these animals can hurt or kill another animal. Wow. When horses fight, they use strong back legs with hard hooves to kick and hurt one another. So, I feel bad for that horse. He's getting kicked right now. Maybe he deserved it. Maybe he already kicked that one. Oh, but we should forgive and forget, right? I don't know. These are animals. All right. Some male crabs have one very large claw. They use this claw like a club to fight. When crayfish fight, they grab with their claws. Sometimes they grab at each other's legs and try to tear them off. Oh my goodness. Legs and feet help animals in many ways. Each animal has the legs and feet it needs to survive. So look at this. This male crab has one large claw and one small claw. When it fights, the crab uses its large claw to hit another crab. So, big size difference between this claw and this claw. This claw is bigger than its head, it looks to me, and this claw is teeny tiny. So this is its fighting claw. Its hitting claw.
Click to continue.
Okay. What did you learn? Number 1. Which animals use their feet to paddle in the water and to keep them from sinking down into soft mud? Number 2. Which animals use their legs for hopping? Glossary. Burrows means digs. Fangs, long hollow teeth. Predators, animals that catch and eat other animals. Prey, an animal that is killed and eaten by another animal. Retractable, able to slide back into a protective covering. Survive means to live. And here's our index, which shows us what pages we can find different words on. So for example, if you want to find the word antelope, you go to page number 7. So here are the words that you can find using the index. Antelope, beaver, camel, Canadian lynx, crab, crayfish, deer, dog, duck, flamingo, frog, Gila monster, hawk, horse, jaguar, kangaroo, koala, lion, mole, monkey, mountain lion, opossum, ostrich, rabbit, raccoon, snow leopard, tiger, white-cheeked gibbon, zebra. Thank you very much.
Click to continue.
Thank you very much for participating in this lesson. Have a great day.